So I mean, I was going to ask you, a boy dancing and competitive dancing.
Sure.
You know, other kids would maybe make fun of you or something, but you were completely in the dance community, so you were just around other dancers.
Well,
so
well,
it wasn't
before, and that's actually was kind of part of the reason why I wanted to move to England too.
Because there was no stigma.
Well, in Utah, I got bullied pretty severely,
You
actually.
did?
Yeah, severely. And at schools, I went to 6 different schools in like a few weeks.
You went to 6 different schools because kids were being mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, I
Really?
had some crazy stuff. Yeah, really, really stuff. Pretty violent, aggressive, and
Really?
And so once I moved to England, I was in this like theater arts school. So all of a sudden it was like celebrated,
Right.
and
Isn't
it
that
was
amazing?
rewarded. And so I was like, wow, this is fantastic. And what's really great too is now the culture, the sort of dance in just from a commercial standpoint, in the past decade, now has a different outlook now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so much different, which is fantastic. It's been
And
great
you've
to be
been a
part
big
of
part
it.
of that.
It's been great to be a part of that and to see that.
So how do you think the bullying shaped you? How do you think it impacts who you are today? Because that's not something that you just swallow and it's over.
Sure. Yeah. You know what? It's something that I look back on, and I honestly I mean, without getting too deep into it, but there was a moment
Go deep,
when
Derek.
okay, well, there's a moment when somebody said to me, they said, "It's time to go back and pick him up." They said, "Go back and pick him up." And I'm like, "Who are you talking about?" He's like, "Go back and pick up that boy that you left back in Utah. He's been waiting for you. I know you had to go and you had to go do your thing. You had to go succeed. You had to go. You're on a mission, but it's time to go pick him up. You left and and basically that young Derek essentially, and that was a pretty powerful moment for me actually to that sort of experience going through that. But for me, I have a lot of compassion for the people who tormented me and bullied me when I was a young kid, because
I hate them.
Well, if you really truly love yourself, you're only going to give love, right?
Yeah.
And so if something's going on, then there's a reason for that. So it taught me a lot of compassion and a lot of sympathy and empathy for people currently who are going through that.
Yeah. So when they said go pick him up, go get the old Derek, how did that manifest itself? What was that, a mental thing, or did you, what? So
emotional, mental. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's something about it. There's something about that as well, and reminding ourselves and reminding us all, I think, really that
who we really are.
We still are that person.
Right.
We still are. That's still us. That's still who we are, and it's still there.
Has there ever been a moment in your life where you've come face to face with anyone from your past who didn't treat you well?
No, actually, no. Yeah, I haven't.
I mean, you didn't stay in one place for long enough, really. Yeah. Probably for that person to be identified. It's probably more a feeling, or right?
Yeah. And then there's been some interesting things in the past, some trauma. Yeah.
Some trauma.
Sure. Yeah. We all have trauma. Every single person has trauma. We just don't call it that.
The trauma was you mean the bullying.
Bullying, I mean, there's lots of different things. Yeah, sure.
I'm assuming that what you were bullied about was that people were falsely gay bashing you, basically.
Sure.
Is that right?
I mean, that's the thing is, there's something, the stigma that was attached to dancing. I don't know what it was, but yeah. Especially there's certain communities that just, I don't know, man. It just wasn't a great environment. Honestly. Yeah.